Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Monday, May the 16th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could play out today, over the next several days. This reading may or may not be for you. This reading is also not sign specific, but I will call out any zodiac signs that I do feel need mentioning throughout the reading. The energy is heavy. It feels like molasses. So it's definitely lightened up a bit since this morning, but it's definitely a very heavy energy collectively that I'm feeling. So I grabbed a couple of different decks today to channel the energies correctly. We're going to start off today by using the Shapeshifter Oracle deck by Lucy Cavendish, because I do feel a lot of death energy, a lot of rebirth energy, just this molasses. It feels like I'm walking through molasses. The energy is thick. So, and I've reached out and spoken to several other people on the journey, and we're kind of all sitting in this collective heaviness. So we need to remember, a lot of the times this heaviness is really not our energy. So do your best to ground, do your best to clear, and detach from the heaviness. But let's jump in and see what needs to come through, guys. Shapeshifter Oracle deck. The Butterfly Ferrets. I am reborn. So a 5 card. Big changes. The death, the rebirth energy. And we do need to remember we're still feeling those eclipse energies. Scorpio is all about the underworld, death, transformation. So I feel a lot of regret coming up when it comes to the past, when it comes to sadness, looking back, when it does come to some regrets, or maybe, you know, going into some obsessive grief, when it comes to replaying back the past, when it comes to this negative nostalgia. And I feel there is a lot of divine protection, and the energy is kind of asking us to surrender to any fear-based energy, because the energy is asking us to be responsible, to be accountable, to own any past regrets if we want to step into independence and freedom, is another big message. And with the crow energy that come through with the forecast that I talked about on the weekend, it's kind of time for all of us to step into that leadership position. And in order to be leaders for others, we kind of have to be the leaders of our own life. So where are you needing to be a leader in your life, and be responsible? Because a lot of us are these trailblazers for these new earth energies, and it is about the younger generations and teaching the world a better way to be. So I feel this leadership energy and shedding the old to bring in the new. And I feel maybe somebody is needing to seek out some counsel. Maybe somebody is needing to seek out some shelter. But I feel, yeah, that's what I felt in the energies. An Akashic library opening when it comes to our mission, when it comes to our purpose, and a lot of truth being exposed. So we're going to get 3 cards from this deck first. Snow White and her animal friends. So I feel a beautiful energy here that is inspiring trust and confidence in the collective. Snow White had all of her animal friends, the 7 dwarfs. 7 is a very spiritual number, a number from heaven. Many of us go through the 7 years of trials and tribulations. So I kind of feel many of us have been in this deep inner solitude, this lone wolf energy. And I do feel some challenges arising when it comes to stepping into this new energy. So I feel get ready to receive some good news. It might not feel good at first. We have a 9 card and 18, which indicates a 9. So 9, 9, 19, 1. So 991. So I feel we're rounding the completion of a major cycle, and that full moon definitely brought in this deep inner reflection energy when it comes to going within, closing out these cycles, and facing all of these challenges, and, you know, tapping into our imagination when it comes to all of these strange energies, these strange spiritual energies that have been coming forward. So I feel many of us are closing out all of these old cycles, and we are preparing for that complete commitment with another. But in order to get to that place, we kind of got to immerse ourselves in all of the regrets of the past to release any lingering baggage. Because if we're going to step into a new cycle, we kind of got to leave all of that past emotional baggage behind. And in order to do that, I think there's something that needs to kind of come to a complete end, a time to say goodbye to the past in order to step into the now present moment. So something is coming to an end. 13, death, rebirth. And I feel somebody is not going to let fear stop them this time when it comes to taking action, maybe towards some new positive and uplifting friends. So independence and freedom. Let's grab a couple more oracle messages and see what kind of shadow aspects are coming up today. So reflection. A lot of inner reflection when it comes to some past regrets. So that's a big, big message. So reflection. We go into this reflection so we can release the regret. We know we can never, ever go back and change the past. But I feel there is a lesson here that is needing to be learned. And definitely somebody has mirrored back to you something important. So perhaps a reflection when it comes to self-love or a lack thereof is another message. Reflect and redirect is what they want me to say, because don't deceive yourself. You are worthy of something so much more. So I feel self-worth is in focus. And although we don't always know the answers, it's okay. We don't always have to know the answers, but definitely somebody is either deceiving themselves or dealing with a master manipulator. And I think it's kind of time to say goodbye. So let's see what else needs to come through. This is the Shadow and Light Oracle deck by Jackie Sharp. She's actually semi-local to me in Ontario, and you can purchase her deck. I'll see if I can get a link to put in the comments section. But I feel there's this re-evaluation of maybe somebody going towards a materialistic foundation. And vanity is coming up for some purging when it comes to some deceit. Somebody here has definitely deceived themselves when it comes to a spiritual connection. And I feel there's this sacred rage boiling to the surface when it comes to a huge release. And yeah, oh my gosh, there's without a doubt a triggering event. And this could still be lingering energy throughout the weekend. So water, to face any deep emotional disappointments. I feel this huge emotional release when it comes to any past disappointments, not feeling loved, and possibly needing to ground yourself with some water therapy. But I feel a major triggering event, a pivot point when it comes to a spiritual connection that is, connected to your goals and your aspirations when it comes to these future energies. But you're going to have to stop deceiving yourself, and you might need to release some rage and to take some time to yourself to rest after breaking free from a materialistic foundation, because somebody's been people pleasing everybody but themselves. And this push-pull dynamic is really getting too late, in the game to keep playing that push and pull dynamic. So I feel a major, major shift when it comes to this people-pleasing energy and tapping into some sacred rage as part of a release. But we're going to clarify this triggering event because it's feeling like a catalyst to kind of snap you out of a state of dark night of the soul and depression. So it is this judgment energy, and what I'm hearing is God's courtroom. And I do feel a higher power, a higher court is bringing in this change. It's the breakdown of everything false in order to see the beauty that you truly bring into the world. So get ready for some judgment. And when you face that judgment day energy, then you can step into worthiness and you can start living your life without fear of judgment of others, because it's kind of time to release any anxiety, release any grief, and be kind to yourself as you purge these deep-seated emotions, because we're all kind of breaking down the ego when it comes to this unity consciousness. And I do feel there's recently been a rejection, or there is about to be a rejection, because it's time to say goodbye. Something is coming to a complete end, and you might be dealing with a lot of negative reactions in the energy as somebody kind of releases any shame when it comes to maybe going towards a lustful connection. So not everybody always has our best interest at heart, guys. So I feel take disappointment with a grain of salt. If you're going through a triggering breakdown of a false foundation, I say release it, because this change was inevitable in order for you to live your life knowing that you're worthy of everything that you desire. So we're going to jump in with some tarot, guys. We got the Two of Cups and the Devil. So there's definitely a toxic soul karmic contract here, a toxic soul bond here. And we're breaking these chains. So something very toxic, codependent, something that you're chained to that, you know, might appear to be a Two of Cups union. But there's either extreme codependency here, there's addictions, there's obsession, materialism, and greed. And I think it's kind of time to rebalance some scales. So I think somebody's lacked their strength to break free from a very toxic situation. And there's going to be a lot of challenges in the energy in order for you to step into that higher level of commitment. But let's get a 9-card spread and see what else needs to come through. We just got the Judgment in reversed, and this does hurt. The Knight of Cups in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse. So this is the end of a false contract. This was definitely an illusion. The Knight of Cups in reverse definitely does not have your best interest at heart. And we just got the King of Pentacles in reverse. So there's definitely some bad karma playing out in the energies, and somebody's been losing sleep. I think their life is turning into a living nightmare. A lot of chaos, a lot of conflict. And I kind of feel some third-party drama, and there's been a need to make a choice, and there's been a lack of decision here, and this could even indicate complete and total financial ruin. But we got the King of Cups and the Six of Swords in reverse. So we've got a master manipulator here, I feel. Somebody that emotionally manipulates, but I feel there's going to be a breakdown of a false foundation. We do get the Judgment card in reversed. And somebody is definitely feeling the pain of an ending, breakup. I feel stabbed in the heart, stabbed in the chest. This is indicating some bad karma, a bad judgment call. And the Knight of Cups in reverse is definitely not emotionally available. I feel the withdrawal of a cup. I'm not giving any more to this contract. The Six of Cups reversed is an ending for sure. And this could, you know, lead to some financial struggles. The King of Pentacles in reversed is not grounded, not stable, not solid. Double loyalty is what I heard, double loyalty. And there's a lot being reflected back to this King of Pentacles in reversed, who I feel maybe is, you know, greedy. This is somebody that's all about the money, materialism, and greed. And I feel there's this third-party interference, and somebody's losing sleep. There's stress, there's anxiety, and I kind of feel a realignment. Definitely a big-time realignment in order to get somebody to go into the heart. It's not always about the money. And if you don't have emotions wherever you're at, and all you're doing is playing into self-deception and these mind games, do not deceive yourself. You are worthy of true love. So, you know, we got earth and we have water. So bottom of the deck, we got the Hermit with the Ace of Cups. So somebody's going within to think about, you know, love. I think it's all coming down, boiling down to love. And we got a Queen of Cups here. So somebody's gaining a shift in perspective is what I feel with the Hanged Man. There's that crow, that death, that energy when it comes to planning for the future with the Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor. So there's something being illuminated when it comes to an injustice in the past with the Justice card, when it comes to a poor judgment call. And I feel Pandora's box is about to be opened when it comes to wish fulfillment. Blocks are about to be removed in order for a period of healing and going within. And I feel this shift definitely took place at that full moon eclipse. So love is in focus. Somebody's definitely going within, gaining a shift in perspective. Could be dealing with Pisces or Virgo. We got water, and we got some big, big love here. We've got somebody being intuitively guided towards a loving connection, perhaps releasing a materialistic foundation that they know it's time to go, because their heart belongs somewhere else, clinging to control, pretending that everything's great when it's not. When maybe in actuality, they've been planning to, you know, go in a new direction with the Sun, the Emperor, and the Knight of Pentacles. So somebody here is looking lonely, depressed, thinking about their next move forward, thinking about rising from the ashes and rebalancing a situation from the past. So let's look into this poor judgment call, because somebody's getting dealt a lot of karma in the energies. And we got that 9 of Wands. So going into the depths of some core wound, when it comes to, you know, maybe needing to bring an apology forward and not wanting to bring an apology forward. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. So I feel definitely an unrequited love situation. And this was a lesson to kind of get you to open up the book of knowledge is what I'm feeling. And I feel this is a long overdue ending with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody's been playing into an unrequited love situation longer than they should have, and I feel some bad karma because there is no love here. Somebody is completely emotionally withdrawn. There's no harmony, there's no balance, there's no financial stability, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety because of some third-party interference, and I feel a major realignment in order for somebody to go into this core wound. So let's take a look at this King of Pentacles reverse, Nine of Swords. Somebody's been lying. Somebody's not been being honest when it comes to some struggles in their life. And there's been a recent revelation. Some secrets have come out. Somebody's been lying, and I feel that's all come to light. And, you know, the truth always comes out. You can never, ever hide from the truth. So I feel secrets have come out when it comes to perhaps a cheating scenario with the Knight of Wands in reversed and the Strength reversed. And I feel there is going to be exposure when it comes to somebody that's been giving to more than two. Leo energy, Pisces energy. So somebody didn't have their strength when it comes to maybe getting tempted. There is going to be a rebalancing and quite possibly even a vicious outburst with the Knight of Swords in reverse, because it's kind of time to lay down this long-standing burden. And I feel this has been a long-standing burden, and somebody's been in a foundation where some snakes got in the mix, and I feel it's kind of turned toxic. So let's take a look at this realignment, because there is going to be a realignment in order for somebody to go into the heart space. So the Magician, the Sun, the World, a major cycle closing out, and the 10 of Wands stayed on the desk. Did you see that? Because we're closing out these cycles of grief, regret, remorse, guilt, and shame. But we kind of got to go into the regret if we're to manifest something new. So there is an illumination when it comes to shedding the old to bring in the new, the Magician and the Sun. It is this rebirth energy, this activation when it comes to closing out a major cycle. A major life lesson is being learned. And when we learn a major life lesson, we gain all kinds of wisdom for this realignment. So I feel healing lack mentality, healing grief. We've got a couple of fives here. So, you know, we're breaking free. We're at that midway point. And, you know, we kind of got to go into the struggles in order to break free from the challenges, to lay down this long-standing burden, because we're kind of at the crossroads. So which direction is it that you want to choose? There are never, ever any wrong turns, but I do feel a major shift in perspective when it comes to going within and finding your inner light. So let's look at the Six of Swords in reverse, Death reversed, Four of Cups, the Empress. So somebody's really been struggling in the mind space when it comes to reviving something that I feel is dead and gone. I feel somebody missed out on an opportunity with their true pair. Remember, the Emperor came out earlier with their Empress, and I feel somebody wants a revival. So they're definitely going into this ego battle between the head and the heart, and they're definitely their own worst enemies. So I feel this rebalancing before taking action forward, and there is going to be victory and success here. And somebody is going to come forward wanting that victory after a period of healing. Somebody wants to work on something that was a missed opportunity. Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Sag. But they're going to have to face the Queen of Swords. And they know they got to take that step forward. And I do feel those plans have been put in place since that Scorpio full moon. And the Queen of Swords is not going to tolerate lies. She's not going to tolerate anything less than the truth. And I feel if somebody can come forward with whatever was hidden below the surface, whatever lies have been exposed, I feel there's going to be an in-depth conversation. And I don't think it's going to be easy. And I think get ready to, you know, confront a lot of tough questions. And this is divinely guided change in order for a rebirth. And I feel victory is on the other side, and you will be able to heal if you're willing to remove these blocks and go towards wish fulfillment. But it's going to require a karmic rebalancing. So somebody's reaping what they have sown for their inconsistency, their lack of accountability. And there's going to be a lot of conversation about this because somebody's coming in passionately. They see clearly that this is where they want to build a solid foundation. So let's get a couple of last messages from Spirit, guys. What other messages need to come through for the collective when it comes to this message today? You're going to want to spend some time in quiet meditation for sure. That's what the Hermit and the Hanged Man does in order to gain that higher perspective. So definitely going to want to go within, rebuild your strength after overcoming some challenges and some obstacles, and kind of realign and recenter yourself before taking some action, because I feel we are recapturing our vitality as a collective. We're learning to speak up and to be heard, and that our opinions really do matter. So I do feel a connection here where it's kind of in the divine's hands, and we're going to have to let Spirit take the lead. So it's through the difficult times and the struggles that we can reach a place of compassion and understanding that we are all on our own life's journeys. And when we go through this difficult time, this is when we can trust in the divine protection that we all have through all of these changes and transformations. And we can reach that place of compassion, and we can finally acknowledge and learn from these past mistakes once and for all. So a lot of external influences are kind of forcing somebody into seeking this resolution. There's definitely a major ending here. Something is coming to an end. The universe is about to throw you out of that toxic situation in order for you to get back on track. So get ready to gain a new sense of self-awareness in the energies today in order to have that higher perspective, to understand this happened exactly the way it was meant to, in order for you to process these deep-seated emotions below the surface that were needing to come out. So I feel somebody here has been very patient, waiting for communication. And I feel somebody shifting their perspective and trying to see things from the other person's point of view, which might trigger a lot of back and forth communication. And that's kind of what I've got for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.